She has contributed to renowned organizations such as Habitat for Humanity, American Red Cross, Home Life, Thailand. Even while serving her country, she received the Military Volunteer Service Award from her community work in countries such as Italy and Korea. As the Power Forward woman realizes, we have multiple roles in our families, in our jobs, communities, and for some, overseas. There is a cause for an extra effort to balance everyday life and run a business successfully. To help face those challenges, Power Forward Woman hosts professional enrichment opportunities from life skills to small business coaching sessions and workshops throughout the year. We see transformation as a progressive process. Speaking our prosperity into the atmosphere or not, each one of us has an idea that needs to change in our lives, and that change starts now. Power Forward Woman provides ways those changes can come to pass. Female entrepreneurs are invited to actual events to showcase their products or services while promoting the growth of their business. Workshops are planned to allow all women to receive a dynamic word given from one Power Forward woman to another. We hope that each year someone will be inspired to become a business owner and in turn pay it forward by joining the Power Forward movement. Being a part of the Power Forward movement, membership has its privileges. You will be entitled to perks such as discounts to all Power Forward Women events, quarterly newsletters, your business listed in the Power Forward Woman directory, and a one-on-one session biannually with Ms. Williams, CEO of Power Forward Woman. I say without further ado, please stand to your feet as we present to you Ms. Star Williams.
But we're all unique. We're reaching each and every one of you. I can't touch all of you, but you better believe I'm going to link up with my sisters so that we can save the world. I have an S under here. You guys just don't see it. But that's what I want to do, and that's why we do this. It's our time. My team back there, I'm going to try not to look at them because they know I will get off track. I got notes, y'all. I got notes. So I'm going to try to stay right here in this area so we can stay on time. But many of us, we know our purpose. But why haven't we discovered it? Life gets in the way. We've heard that. But I haven't gone to school. I'm not on the right track. I'm too busy. I don't have any friends. I want to start my business, but I've heard it all. And all the ladies that know me, I'm like, what's next? Because I've heard it all. We've heard it all. But the only way we can live our purpose is this way. Don't let life experiences get in the way. We've had some women that have suffered tremendously, but they are fighters. I stand here proud to hear many of the stories because they don't give up. Because we're linking up. We're pushing towards that purpose. Some of us have to work towards really discovering what our purpose is. Some of us just know. We step out and we say, here I am, purpose. Let's live it. And for those that already know their purpose, look to the left and to the right of you. Help your sister that may be struggling because we know what our purpose is. We just don't want others to know. But when we do that, who are we hurting? Who are we hurting? Y'all did remember I am in the military, right? I'll start marching down, touching people. I promised my team I was going to stay up here. We're hurting not only ourselves, We're hurting everyone in here. But you say, Star, that's too much work. I got my own bills, got my own life. But it's so much harder when we're doing it individually. It's so much more work. I'm still learning that. My team will say, sit down, Star, we have this. But I'm learning. I know how to follow as I lead. Get that? We know what our purpose is. So if I ask you as we're leaving out and you see me coming, don't run from me. But you know what your purpose is. But it's saying it out of your mouth so someone can hear you, and now you are accountable. And just about everybody knows, if you tell me you're going to be doing something and I see you on Facebook, I'm like, hey girl, tag. What you doing? Oh, I'm supposed to be writing that book. I'm supposed to be pushing towards my purpose. Why did I tell Star that? Because I know that you have a purpose. Because I need you to hold me accountable. Because if I'm not held accountable, then the next, it'll just keep trickling like domino effects. So then for those that really don't know their purpose, but they do, it leaves you feeling puzzled. How do I get to that next level? How? First step, you're here. Hello. You're here. That's the first step. I have some women, and I'm so proud of you, that said, I just can't make it for whatever reasons, and they're here. One lady just said, thank you. I came at the last minute, and I got exactly what I needed. That's the first step. Got to take that first step. Once you take that first step, it becomes easier. You take that next step. And before you know it, I got on heels. You're running. You're doing exactly what you said you're going to do. Life's going to happen. You have to know that life is going to happen. But remember that through your happiness, through everything that you go through, there is happiness. Somebody, I just shared this story. I'm going to share this a little bit and get back to my notes. Someone asked me, Star, why do you always post happy stuff? There's more to life. There's things going on in the world. I know. My reality is happiness. Because I get on my knees and I pray to my God and I say, this is what's going on, Lord. Help me. Because I want to continue to help others. But if woe is me, I'm walking through here, this event was so hard. Oh, God, nobody helped me. Why? Why do we do that? So I want to say this event was easy. Girl, you can do this. And they'll say, how do you do it from it? You ladies, support, taking that first step. And the other thing is asking for help. I see those faces. I'm strong. I have 3 children. I have degrees. I have. But you have that list of things that you've written down that you just have. You're not living your purpose. You're not living out the things, your God-given talent. You're keeping me stagnant. And I won't put that burden on you. I need you. I need you to do what you said you were going to do. So that every step you take, I'm right there behind you. And just like Cherie said, we all have the same vision. We want to help people. We want to help people get to that next level. And so what? We have these same ideas. Some of those patent ideas, you got to keep them to yourself. But we have a lot of the same ideas. So why not link up with that sister that's doing the same thing as you? Because it's like a catcher's net. I want to be able to catch everybody. You over here to the left, you over here to the right. We got you. You're not going nowhere. So I'll use the army. We're on the battlefield. We need to all be together on one accord, living out our purpose. So if all of us are living our purpose, it's no one that can slide by us. We can look at our sister and say, what's going on? And for Miss Paula, she spoke on yesterday about being shy and having those conversations or not having those conversations. I'll have it. I'll be walking into the post office and someone will say, thank you. Because I'm in a good mood. I'm smiling. And then I'll say, what can I do? I may not even know that person, but you know that connection. So if we're living in our purpose, we'll know. We'll be able to discern what our sisters need. When we say, girl, I'm good, I'm okay, I'm living, I'm getting by. So that means to some, oh my God, but to me that means you're crying out for help. No matter if it's the first or the 50th, we all have those friends, we all have those co-workers, but we have to know in our hearts what our sisters need. And if we're not living our purpose, we cannot discern that. We just can't. So ladies, live your purpose. I said back to my notes. Going only after life success. Goals. That's what I live by. Going only after life successes. I don't really care about my failures. They happen. They're stepping stones, and I keep moving. I'm looking for success. I'm stepping towards success every day. Every day I'm stepping. Because once I start thinking about failures, man, I remember when that conference didn't work out. They want me to speak, but last time I'm going after success. You know what? That last conference was awesome. You know what? That last time I spoke was awesome. Those sisters, success. And that keeps my happy. And God didn't create us to fail, but instead He wants us to choose the path to success. To be able to do this, we need to begin to fight the very things that block us from walking fully in our calling. The negativity. Oh, man, today's a bad day. But it is beautiful outside. Ooh, Texas heat, huh? Some people are flooded. Some people are going through disasters. Being in the military 20 years, I've seen some of the worst, and I say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, God, for everything that you've given me. So block all the negativity. That's first. And I know some people say, I've heard this before, but are you doing it? Right. That's what I tell people all the time. Oh, I go to all these conferences. I've heard the same thing. Not possible. You've seen the same vision, but you have not heard the same thing. So when you do attend conferences, there's something that you need to hear. Even if it's, young lady just said, sorry I got here late, but I got exactly what I needed from Miss Sharice in 2 minutes. Thank you. So listen for all those things that are negative in your life. It's not going to be perfect, but everybody doesn't need to know your life is not perfect. I know I may step on some toes, but Facebook does not need to know that you're going through. Because you know what? When everybody knows you're going through, it's going to keep coming. And then you're going to keep saying, woe is me. What? You're letting the devil in. They're all running around. Oh, she's having a bad day. Let me see what else I can do. Let me see what else I'm going to get her. Sometimes you just need to take a step back and go into your quiet place. And that negative thing will then become just the thing that you're dealing with, because we all deal with them. So, with that being said, they're going to be quick. I'm learning how to give steps. Thank you, Sharice. They're going to be 5 steps. So I one-up you on that one. I always tell her, whenever we speak anywhere that we go, and we almost have the same message, it doesn't matter. We can speak literally right behind each other. Everything that she says will come out a different way from what I say. And we have to get past that, sisters, from saying, why is she doing that just like me? It's not just like you. Because there's going to be someone there that one person, that's all it takes. And for you speakers and ladies that host events and things like that, do not get disappointed if you're planning for a 550 show. Because it's going to show on your face that you don't care about that 50.
Come on, say that again.
So be positive in if God gave you a vision, don't worry about the others. Worry about the ones that's there. Because you need to meet them right there.
That's right.
You can't meet them right here if you're like, oh, let me look at my numbers. I had 24 people that did not show. 24 people that's missing out. 24 people that I cannot worry about because I have about 80 something that I'm loving seeing your smiling faces, and I'm seeing the north and south that you're getting something out of it. That's who I do it for, whether it's 1 or 101. So please get that in your spirit. Back to my notes. Here are the 5 steps that will help you push towards your purpose. Simple. Change the way you think. Your purpose could be staring you right in your face the whole time, but you're so busy looking at everyone and everything else. Oh man, she hosts events, and this is her first one. She got 500 people. Let me see what she's doing. No, what's your plan? What is your plan? Focus. I think Miss Alyssa said it yesterday. Follow one course until successful. Not 5 or 6. Follow that course. Stay on track. Stay on track with what your plan and your vision is. By tuning your focus into you, rather than seeking purpose from everything and everywhere else. I'm sorry, I like Empire, so I just had to put that out there right quick. Shift it into yourself. What is it that God gave you? Not that quick thing. Microwave. How can I get it fast? What's in you? That shift of perspective helps you let go of the self-interest for not only yourself, but for everybody else. What is everybody else doing? Pray about it. God, what am I supposed to be doing? What did you tell me to do? Now what's going on in the world? Further, ask yourself, does your life itself have purpose? We struggle so much with so many things that's going on in the world. We sometimes become lifeless. Oh, I gotta go to work. Oh, I want to start a business, but I'm going to start school. Oh, I have to go to soccer. I have to do this. I have to do that. Then we become lifeless ourselves because we focus on what everybody else is doing. We forget to take that time to ourselves. I'm not a mother, but mothers, you have to take that time to yourself. You have to. 5 minutes, 10, whatever it is, commit to it. For the next 30 days, I'm going to take a 10-minute walk. No phone calls. I don't care what's going on. I need to find that life for me so that I can live my purpose. Because when you're tackling everything else, you get lost in the shuffle. And you start just kind of going in circles, but staying in the same place. Not moving. I'm going to write that book. Let me get back over here. And you just constantly going in a circle. So start planning. I said 30 days. I don't know what it is, 30 days. Something about 30 that once you do it for 30 days, you're committed to that thing. You know, those 1 week or 14 days. I need you to try it for 30 days and commit to it. No matter how hard it is, commit to it. But again, some of you guys have heard this before, but are you doing it? Are you that one that's really going in a circle? Because we know we're doing it. But you have to know that you want to come out of that thing, whatever it is. And we can do this all day long, but you have to really want it for yourself, because I want it for you. And for those that know, as soon as you tell me something, I'm behind you. Let's go. Let's write that book. What page you on? Oh, you starting that business? You got that business plan? Like, oh, Jesus Christ. But when you change the way you think, you're always thinking win-win situation. Man, Mama Lisa, how can we do this? How can we both win? How can I get my radio station at your event, come hear you speak, and then you have a platform? Win-win. Come on, girl. It was that simple. This is a win-win situation for both of us. We didn't look at the situation as, okay, this is my event, this is my platform. Let me kind of think about this. Win-win. All the time. There is a win-win situation in you all the time. So change the way you think. Change the way you're thinking about any situation that you're saying, how can I come out on top? How can I do better, be better? You have to know that in your heart for yourself, but you're not your sister's competition. You're spending your days and nights competing against yourself. But how can it be a win-win? How can we do the same event? Have the same speakers. Sharice and I, same thing. Same speakers. But every single time, I even hear something different. It's a win-win. I'm learning, I'm growing. Change the way you think. Second thing is learn from your mistakes. Examine what the successes and the failures over the course of your life tell you about where you've been harmonious with yourself or not. Your life experiences are lessons that can teach you what you've been trying to express or manifest through your outer. And a lot of times we struggle again with the inner, because what's on the inside will do what? Eventually come on the outside. So prayer, fasting, thinking positive, those little things, they really do help. Because it definitely manifests on the outside. A lot of times when I'm walking, I try to think, I practice it. Are you smiling? How does your face look? And when people say thank you, or they approach me, I say, okay, I'm looking good today. I got a smile on my face. But so many times I'll walk in somewhere and we're just like, hey, how are you? You're like, oh, I'm fine. No, you're not. But you practice it, and I do. I practice it. I'm honest enough to say that I practice that, and it begins to be part of my life. Because I've practiced it so much, I have to say, God, I'm going to do what you told me to do. And sometimes I'll get chastised if I'm thinking about something. And someone say, are you okay? I'm great. Because now I've practiced it. I know that something on my outside is affecting my sister. Because they know that it's more in me that I'm giving off. Because we can sure have those square faces. Get on path. Third thing. While you're getting on path, you also have to take initiative. So that's kind of one in the same. So when you feel pulled towards some purpose more in sync with yourself, go after it strong. Whether it's something material or spiritual, there are different ways of life that fulfill one's purpose. Different purposes, different people. But look for the feedback your actions provide. Feedback. Constructive criticism. I love to have it, and I love to give it. How they say if you get, I see some of my friends like, yeah, my friend, 20 years, strong. Yeah, that's you. But I can take it. Because I know that my sister loves me enough to say, gotta get on path, gotta get on track. And going with that take initiative. You can tell me all day long, I go to school, I go to work, I have this, I have that. Got to take that initiative to truly live out your purpose. I need you. I need you. Number 4, you got to stretch yourself. And if you see all this is tying in together, changing your thoughts, taking that initiative, getting on track, getting to that path of happiness. And the way that you stretch yourself, it's simple. Doing something different. There's a lot of social media, a lot of new shows on TV, a lot of events. I mean, I can go down the line of things that can occupy your time. But what are you doing different? What are you doing different than you were doing before? Are you just living out this routine every day, Monday through Sunday, every day? Stretch yourself. Read a different type of book. Watch a different channel. Watch the news. Do something different than you have not done before, whatever that is. So do not get stuck in complacency. I need you. I need you to live out your purpose. And you can't do it knowing every single character on Empire, but you don't know what your purpose is. I know the characters, but I know my purpose too. I'm just being honest. You got to know that. Don't know something else more than you know yourself. Don't know something more about someone else than you know about yourself. Going in circles. Chasing that tail, going in circles. Wonder what they got going on over there. Wonder what's going on over there. What did you write down at the beginning of the year? What did you tell yourself you was going to do? We're halfway through the year. And I'm going to give a plug. Sharice does something at the beginning of the year. We kind of work that out. Let's start our year off right. Towards the middle of the year, come on, Star, let's bring it home. Pushing towards that purpose, powering our way forward. What did I tell myself in January? And I'm not saying beat yourself up. I'm just telling you to remind yourself and be honest with yourself. And if you cannot do that, speak it to someone else so they can hold you accountable. But sisters, don't be mad at that sister when she says, hey, you remember? Now you're not taking my phone calls. Now you didn't see that text. Girl, I did not see that text message. But you walk around with your phone like this. Oh, but you didn't see my text message. Okay. And some of the ladies, I've done this before. Hey, girl. Like, oh, I just posted on Facebook. I see you. And I'll put my little meme where I'm looking. I see you. Because if you need that from me, I need that from you. I need that honesty. And that's what I'm going to give you is that honesty. Because I need you to push towards your purpose. Trust what your heart tells you. Because people will tell you anything. What is your heart telling you? Then from the heart to the mind, what is your mind telling you? To push forward in your purpose here on earth, be a learner. I kind of hit that a few seconds ago. Learn something. Read something different. Do something different. Leave Dallas. I heard this as well. That's easy for you to say, Star. It is because I chose to do that. Even when my mama said, you sure you want to sign that? Let's think about it one more day. You don't want to wait until you're 18? And she's back there smiling. But someone said it earlier. I knew then, because of God, what I know now. I said 20 and done. I need to get everything that I can get while I can.
Yes.
And I need you ladies to get into that mindset. Get everything you can get while you can. Doing it openly and honestly. Don't make this a dog-eat-dog world, but get what you can. Sometimes you have to be selfish. Sometimes you have to say, can't take those calls between this time and that time. People know I'm a stickler of that. You inbox me on Facebook, those are not my business hours. I may answer you in 3 days. I'm a full-time student as well, for those that don't know. So when some say, well, I saw her post on Facebook, that was my office hour. Don't get involved and entangled into everything else and what everybody else is doing. But be a learner. Got to be a learner. And if we are to move forward to accomplish our primary purpose, we got to continue to stretch our minds. And I just got a statistic. 90% of people who finish a higher education never read after school. 10% in that. And the other percent just don't read anything at all. Whatever's on the TV. I can go down the list of shows. Sometimes I'm like, what is that? And for the ones that know me, I'll call my mother and say, what's coming home tonight? Because I have no idea. And get out of that where most men will read about sports. And what do you think that most women read about? Number 1 is relationships. And number 2 is fashion and beauty. Which is, nothing's wrong with that. But learn. Stretch yourself. Take that initiative. Change the way that you think. And learning is not about you. It's about us. Because the more that you know, the more that we can have an intelligent conversation. Not to take digs, but I don't want to talk about housewives all day, all the time. I want to talk about travel. I want to talk about education. I want to talk about community involvement. I want to talk about what's going on in our communities.
Yes.
I want to talk about everything other than one thing. Stretch yourself.
Amen. Amen.
Because you know how many times when you have a different conversation, someone says, I didn't know that. You just helped that sister. Oh, thank you. I had no clue. I just helped a sister that's here, just retired, had no clue that the state of Texas will give her so much free money in education. Just because I so happen to be talking about school. So now she gets to get another degree, a full degree, paid for by the state of Texas for free. Had no clue. She wasted a lot of time while she was in, didn't know how she was going to pay for it when she got out. And said, hey, I got this little tidbit of information because I actually read something different. I went outside of the circle or the square of what everybody else knows about this one thing. Because you know what? I want to get all that I can, so I'm going to do a little digging. So what we got to do, we got to do the research. You got to do the work. I don't know where that came from or who that's for, but you have to do the work. It's not going to come easy. You cannot mimic what someone else has done. You got to do the work. And the last thing, you have to pursue it with love. When going after your life purpose, think of yourself as the lover who simply gives love for its own sake without regard for getting something in return. I'll do this, but you have to do that.
Come on now.
Well, I'll give you this, but next time, don't forget me. I need a return on my investment. What can I ask that person for? Because you know, the last 3 times, I did this for them. But when you do it with love, and I can attest to this, what you see here, I blinked and it happened. Not saying I did not have to do the work, but people start coming from everywhere. Equanimity Magazine, 360 Talk. We're going to be part of a documentary. It just started happening because I did the work. And they saw my reality, which was happy. And people just started reaching out and saying, what can I do? I did the work. I pursued it with love. Sometimes with my combat boots on, let's go, let's do this. But it was still, and y'all laughing, I'm looking at you. But I pursued it with love. And the more you infuse your thoughts, emotions, and behavior with your life-affirming energy, I got it for days. My auntie will kill me if she knew that I drank an energy drink today. I did. I was going to go ahead and put that out there. With love, kindness, compassion, generosity, justice, all those things. That's your self-interest. That's your inside. That's what's from the inside that exudes on the outside. Doing it with love, doing it with love, doing it with love. It helps you move to higher levels, but it helps you connect with the right people. Because you'll know that happiness that you have on the inside of you, that woe is me person, and not saying that eventually you can't go back to that person and help. But you have to disconnect from that if you want to be able to live your purpose. You have to. Sometimes you have to be selfish. And sometimes you have to get all that you can while you can. Because you don't want to spend your days catching up. You know, catching up is so hard. Playing catch up. Procrastinating. Those business plans that you have. That vision board that you did at the beginning of the year. That book that you started. That business that you started. That application for school that you started. Catching up is hard. It's hard. But catching up with the right people and connecting with the right people, it'll get you there. And that right person isn't always going to tell you what you want to hear. And I had a long conversation with my sister, and she said the right people will be there when God puts them there. You can't make people be the right people. You can't make them. You can't force it. You just cannot force it. So just because it looks good, it may not be good. So connecting with the right people. And even God needs people to carry out his primary assignment. It's not about us. It is not about us. Remember that. You have to be able to discern the right time for everything. I know you're saying, well, you said be a little selfish sometimes. Don't take the one thing that I say and make it for your good. Take it all together, full circle, piece it together, and make it work for you. Sometimes you have to be selfish with your time. Sometimes you have to say, I told myself I was going to work out for 30 minutes, 3 times a week. Man, but they said, let's go to brunch or let's go here. No. Got to be selfish. You have to say, I have a goal. So sorry, girl, I have something to do. She's changed. I know. I know. And for all my high school friends out there, they know. When they see me, they say, oh, you changed. I say, I know. You have to know that it's not, I talked to a young lady earlier. You have to know that all words are not negative. And we connect words in our minds with what they're trying to say. What's she trying to? Even though she didn't do that, but when a lady saw her, she said, oh, you look perfect. She said, oh, no, I'm not a perfectionist. That just means that, you know what, you look like if I come to you, I'm going to be able to depend on you. You just have that look. That's it. So don't associate some words with being negative. But I'll say, I know. And say, she's trying to be funny. Not really, because I know. I have changed, which is a good thing. But I believe that no matter what, no matter where you are in your life, there's always room for more. I preach it. Let's go. What else you got? Star. It's 2 a.m. Let's go. We behind. We got to catch up. That's why I say it's so hard to catch up. Because when you tell me you want to do it, we're going to do it. Rain, sleet, snow. No matter how many phone calls you miss of mine, I'll get you some kind of way. Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Periscope, somewhere. But we're going to get there together. We're going to get to that purpose together. And I'll leave this with you. Do not give up. No time for rest. Arise, stretch, and push. Philippians 3:14, for those that may not have read it, I'm not a Bible scholar, but if you have not read it, press on towards the goal. And it says, brethren, I do not regard myself as having laid hold of it yet. But one thing that I do, forgetting what lies behind and reaching where? Forward for what lies ahead. Press on towards the goal for the prize of the upward call of God in Christ. Let us therefore, as many as are perfect, as many of us that are perfect, have this attitude. It's not a bad word. And if anything, you have a different attitude, God will reveal that to you. He'll check you and you're like, whoa, what was that? He'll check you. But I thank you. I appreciate you, ladies. I pray that you got something. Because I say this is not your average conference. If you friend me on Facebook, I'll check on you. Be like, hey, girl, I remember you. Don't hide from me. I do this with love. I'm pursuing it with love. My initiative is to continue this vision in pushing women towards their purpose, empowering our way forward. But the only way that I can do that is if I can count on you. Can you count on me? Sure you can. Can I count on you? Can I?
Yes.
Can I count on you?
Yes.
Can I count on every person in here to continue to push towards their purpose?
Yes.
Can I count on every person in here to power their way forward?
Yes.
Can I count on every sister in here to support each other?
Yes.
You may can't be there in the physical, but support comes in a million different ways.
Yes.
Support comes with saying thank you. Support comes with saying you're beautiful. You can do it. I am behind you. What do you need? It's the small pieces, the small bricks, the one brick at a time that builds that house. You cannot come in and hold a conference, but you can make a phone call. You may not be ready to start school yet, but you know that sister is ready to get her education. You may not be ready to start your business, but you've heard your sister say she wanted to start her business. So just because you're not ready doesn't mean that you can't push her towards her purpose. So I need to count on each and every one of you because you can count on me to keep pushing. Thank you.